Gets the worst.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
This is a lot better when it's like this.
So,
Hey, Mia, can you get all those books from the thing? I gotta get some later here. The lower it is, it's just the shadow. It's like I'm squealing at the mafia. They have the whole can't tell who I am. Then you just go like this, it gets much better.
shall we thank you so much?
Whatever you like. Yeah, let me just give me these guys. I got some. I got a pipe.
Who wants to hear the thank you song?
Oh yeah. It didn't work well. No.
Your books are slipping underneath there.
This would be better. I guess. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
You can't really see it good.
What is?
This is the best. But that's good.
You don't need a drink of water.
Yeah, that's exactly. Can't touch the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Precarious.
I'm looking for it. It's in the web.
I have the.
Yeah, I'm looking for the link to. Oh, my ankle. Oh, sorry.
The link to the.
No, the link to the song.
It's in
I know, but WhatsApp's got thousands of messages.
Oh, no.
I know. It's hard to find.
He'll be probably here in a minute anyway.
It's been a good.
I need to waste time, so let's just waste time. Yeah. Wait till Vlad gets here.
Yeah,
If you can't find it, yeah. Aha. My shoulder.
How's Amelia? She's got a little bit of a.
Yeah, she's not doing good.
Did she take some ibuprofen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She needs to sleep.
We were at the pool together today.
Good. Yeah, the chlorine's good too.
No, she didn't go in.
No. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
No, she
Tomorrow's another day.
doesn't feel. She got a fever type thing.
Oh, I found this.
I don't have that. I have the other. I think I have the Kathleen. This little wing has their own.
You're both very
characteristic.
Good at, yeah.
Cold, something like up there, some other kind.
You wear you camouflage how you feel really well.
Ooh.
You and Kathleen, like it doesn't even show that you care. My dog used to be like that. He'd be sick as a dog when he wouldn't know he was sick. You know?
You don't look sick. Somebody else is saying that.
What?
You don't look
I don't look sick.
Like you have makeup.
Oh, it's that Mediterranean
Oh,
glow.
the bronzer, you
It's
mean.
the Sicilian
The
glow.
bronzer.
It's the bro. It's your.
Did I do a little too much?
It's the Sicilian glow.
Is it turning orange?
Shade.
Makeup.
Yeah. It's too
Right,
late.
no, wait. All right, we're ready. All right, let's start. Is that too loud?
Probably gonna walk in soon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good time in the morning to say I love you.
Angie.
Thank you, thank you,
Don't do
thank
that.
you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good time in the morning to say I love you. It's the best time in the morning to say I love you. Wake up in the morning, breathing fresh air, feeling so rich like a millionaire, feeling so grateful for the gift of new day. Feeling complete, feeling fulfilled, feeling content, feeling no need, feeling so much in love with what I see. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good time in the morning to say I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good time in the morning to say I love you. It's the best time in the morning to say I love you.
The star.
And since I know you, I never need a map. Upon arrival, I'm having never left. And if I travel, I know you are with me. This is your mystery. And I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the good time in the morning to say, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a good time in the morning to say, I love you. It's the good time in the morning to say, I love you. It's the best time in the morning to say, I love you.
Very good timing. Expect another talk?
Deliver the goods,
Huh?
dear sir. Deliver the goods, dear sir. Sir Paul.
Well, let's get clearer. I'm gonna call this the before and after retreat. Yes, so of course there's the before and then there's the before and after. There's a before and after in time, obviously. But then there's the before. Yeah. So the before and then there's the before and after. Once you have a before, there's going to be an after in duality. Yes? As soon as it goes into the dreaming and into time, there's got to be the butterfly grows two wings. It's just the way it goes. Yeah. So there's a before and after. And for some people, they're trying to arrive at something. And some people are trying to leave something. Yeah. But there is something before it. And just use the sign of existence, which is I am. You're on without you deciding to be on. You don't go to seeing lessons. The eyes open and you see. Yeah. You're not going to hearing classes. You're hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting, touching. And there doesn't seem to be an on and off switch. Even if you close your eyelids, it's still seeing almost. It's just the car is still on, but the garage door is closed. Yeah. Don't you feel it? Yeah. Yeah. So it's on, and then maybe There's this huge amount of onness, and all you need is a little moving of a lid, yeah, or ear canal, or open, taste, throw something in there, and it triggers it. Yeah, but does something get thrown in there, and does it take a while for the taste to appear? It's pretty quick, eh? When there's hearing, the hearing and what's heard is pretty quick usually, even if it's far, far away. Yeah. So one of the first things I read was a beautiful thing where he would say, what's seeing can't be seen. Yeah. What's hearing can't be heard. What's feeling can't be felt. What's tasting can't be tasted. What's smelling can't be smelled. Yeah. So the before can't be reached from the after. Yeah. And the only reason why there's a desire to arrive there is because we think we're the before. We think we are the Alpha and Omega. We think that consciousness is an attribute we have, or that we think. I'm not saying you are thinking. The thinking of we implies this. Yeah. When you're talking about being conscious, how are you pictured in your head as a body? Yeah. When you're pictured, first of all, you're never pictured as a seeing. You're already a noun in the head. So the seer, you're pictured as a body. The feeler, taster, toucher, doer, not doer, thinker, all of it is pictured as a body. And the memory is a part of the mental process that remembers things regarding the body. Yes. So these things we're listening, or there's a listening to it without any kind of defense. Just like it said in that reading in the Course in Miracles, there's something else that the head makes to be ourselves. Why would we doubt it? We've laid trust in it. We have faith in it. And we're going to follow its dictates and its takes, because why wouldn't we? Yeah. Yet, and you're usually not suspicious, but everyone here became suspicious somewhere along the line that something was going on that wasn't kosher. Yeah. And so that suspicion brings about, it's all of what we are. Everything is what we are. Every role is played by what we are. Yeah. It's either what we are or an appearance coming from what we are. Because the dreaming is what's allowing these appearances to take form. Yes, it's us in a way. So it's just, I feel just if you just sit for a few minutes and you let anything, let's say sound, go as far back as you can. Yeah. So in my case, like Simon was talking about, he's hearing this ringing, where we call that the hum back east when we used to do the talks there. People that never heard anything started to hear a like that. So, and it was like these made men were telling me, these other people had no idea of anything. They were walking around with this, or there was awareness of it. Yeah. All right. And that hum, or that, if you follow that sound, it's before breathing. It's before the heart pumping. It's before it. It's more constant. Breathing takes the form of a dualistic movement. Inhale, exhale. Beating of the heart, same. It beats, it stops, it beats again. But this sound is constant. It doesn't stop and start. It just, and if you take it as far as you can, it's not a long trip. You can do it right here. You go farthest because it's right where you are. You go back, and then there's nothing. There is that which is hearing it, which can't be heard. Yeah. So you arrive where you already are at that which is hearing it that can't be heard. So now when you hear that statement, What's hearing cannot be heard. You have an intimacy with it because you took just a possibility, let it go as far back, and let's say in before and after, there would be things closer or farther. So the closest sound I've ever attended to has been this buzz or the celestial spheres, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And it doesn't have a dualistic nature. It's on completely all the time. Anytime your attention goes somewhere and then goes there, it's right there. It doesn't like start, it's there. Yet what's hearing it? What's hearing it? You've taken every sound, breath is close, heartbeat's close. You can sometimes feel the blood going in when you have blood pressure. You can feel the blood moving. Yeah. It's the closest thing. Yet where after that, there's no sound. And it's that which is no sound that's hearing the sound. What else could it be but us? Yeah. If you're a puppet, believing that you're doing all the movement, and then you finally realize there's something in you or something that's doing it, the hand, yes? The hand is what's first or before, and then the puppet and the animation of the puppet is after, yeah? The puppet's movement's completely determined on the hand. The hand's non-movement has nothing to do with the puppet, yeah? Wouldn't you like to see as far as you can go or as close as you can come? And then what are you going to run into? A silence, yeah? But a silence that hears, sees, feels, tastes, touch, is aware of everything that comes into that field, but's not of that which is coming into the field. What can hear cannot be heard. Yeah. What can be heard cannot be that. Yeah. So this is beautiful to me. You get to an end point, that's the before point. Yeah? And if you take anything else, this is like if you read Ramana, his basically idea was just go back because inevitably you're going to run into the big S self. Yeah. You're not going to run into it going forward. If you just keep falling back with the self-inquiry and you're going to run into it because everything comes from it. So the dreaming, everything that's being dreamt is coming from that. So if you just follow anything, you go there. And then when you go there, it's on having never left. Yeah. So basically, you see the whole saga of you as like a paper thin story. It doesn't mean there's no importance or there is importance. It means a relief from the burden of being the one. Yeah. And all the responsibility that's made up, that's put on your seeming shoulders. Yeah. And you have you finally can just admit you're outmatched. It's above your pay scale. Yeah. And you might as well just freaking go to the beach and play with the stones because something will reveal to you what you need to know. Yeah. And if something doesn't seem to open, it's not because it's against you. You don't need it. Yeah. Just fucking get dumbed down, so to speak. Yeah. And really, not because, see, the sense that it's you on this fucking journey. I see it in AA. It's very weird. AA says the agenda for us as recovered alcoholics is to become a maximum use to other people. Yeah, like the bodhisattva thing in Buddhism. Yeah, it's not your agenda. It says you're going to be relieved. Please relieve me of the bondage of self. Not so that I can buy a house in Malibu, which is no problem, but so I can be of help to others and be a demonstration of your power. Yeah, that's the agenda. It has nothing to do with a self-centered point. It doesn't. It's how you can be useful to others, and in the same breath, you're useful to yourself because you have it by giving it away. Beautiful, because it works. You feel it. Yeah, you have it by giving it away. Yeah. So people Every time when people stop going to meetings, they call me and say, I'm not getting anything from it. But why not go see what you can put into the meeting? Why is it always an extraction event when it could be a contributing event? Yeah, it's a totally different attitude and outlook. These little changes create great effects because you're that which is affecting everything. So when you get oomph or emphasis shifts, can you hear me, honey? Yeah. The reverberation can be profound in time. It can really, like if you threw a rock from here in the water, and in this distance, you could see every ripple and see actually how far the effect of that rock was. When you're at the beach in that myopic view, you were not going to see it, but from here you would. You would just see the rippling effect go across a large swath of the ocean. Yeah, yeah. So we were talking earlier, Jim and I. Truly, I feel I have a seed assignment to fulfill. The journey of Paul getting anywhere has been put on hold, so to speak. It's about, he can be concerned about getting a better coffee and getting a nice jacket and doing this and having a project at the house, but he's not climbing up the stairs of transcendence. He's got a job to do. Yeah, and it's great. Yeah. You have a seat assignment, and it's like musical chairs. It could be, I could move at any moment because you're just listening to the music. And in this case, it's usually stops at the same seat for a while. So, but it doesn't mean there's a name of me on the seat. It's just seat assignment. Music plays. I get up. It's back in. Maybe work on the Chevy truck. Fuck around. I don't care. Maybe I have to go to work. Instead of shooting the Buddha, I'll sell the Buddha. I'll buy statues and sell them. Yeah, who knows? Right now, it doesn't seem like I'm getting fired at the moment. So you show up. But it's a different attitude. My head thought I was going to get something out of this. And it got totally disillusioned years ago. And it's just begrudgingly coming because it knows it's being used. And it's like a burro or a mule in a farm. It has its little stubbornness, but it's going to go where the farmer wants it to go. Yeah. I'm not an independent mule or a burro. So, wouldn't you think I would love to give you something that would get you excited? I remember I used to do talks and they'd have kirtan before the talks in Philadelphia and back east. Very a weird match, but people that were into it they like to sing. I said, sure, sing. And everyone would get blissed out like in a second, and they're like this, and then I'd get up and I'd go, here's the bad news. Yeah. Here's the bad news. I mean, seriously, I would love to write blogs about my spiritual ascension. You could follow me on fucking whatever, YouTube or something, or on Twitter or something. Oh yes, another day of exalted fucking clarity or whatever. But I mean, you'd be bored stiff if I did a blog. Seriously, Simon just asked me what I do. Really not much at home. It's based on the circumstances. If I can do a little stretching, I do it. If I can, I don't. I gotta throw the ball with the dog though, because the dog's got fucking big legs and it's a fucking dog. So that's my seat assignment. So I played with the dog twice a day. Do I want to all the time? No, but look at it. It's like a stallion. It's got to run. Yeah. Then the cat that we have only likes two people, Amelia and me. So if that's a responsibility, I got to give it affection. It's only got two possibilities. So, I mean, and when I come home, it's amazing. I mean, it has some of the most loving touches I've ever seen and facial expression. The cat, really, it's just a little love muffin, but it's anxious and it's afraid of others. Yeah. So right now we have someone sitting at the house that he never sees her. You leave this back door somewhat open and she comes in and out. He never gets even a vision of her for 3 weeks. He's never seen her. She says, shit, shit, shit. Then we come home and we yell, and then she comes in, and then it's time to roll around for a while. Yeah. I may have had something better to do. So I thought, yeah. But it's great when you just lend yourself to the moment. Does not as a fucking saint, but just as that's the way it's going. And I feel a responsibility. We got the animals. We need to, yeah, take care of them. I want the dog to have the greatest dog life it can have. Because I would, if someone had me, which I feel it does, it's given me a damn good life. And I like the hummingbirds and feed them and do all this shit. Yeah, it just seems natural. I'm not a very, very helpful person in a lot of ways. My compassion isn't, it's a different way. I will let people have their bottoms. I will. Because I think it does a disservice to people to save from their bottoms. Sometimes that's the only thing that can work, is them to hit rock bottom. So go ahead. Yeah, because I have a feeling what's actually in the game has a much larger comprehension and compassion than my little point of view. Yeah, so what's compassion? Yeah, is it compassion to keep reinforcing someone's delusion, or could you just let them hang out in it and see what happens? It's always it's like a moment to moment. I don't have any rote game plan, but if I meet a person, I feel something and I try to go that way. Yeah. Yeah. Do you make mistakes? Sure. Who cares? Really? Yeah. Well, so this message, there is a feeling or a sense that can't be felt. Yeah. You can't grab it, but you sense it. You do. And a lot of your reactions in satsang are reactions about that. Yeah. The I am is percolating and it's triggering something. And the solution is not of time. So a lot of times it's like lightning bolts and it comes through you and you may try to grab it, but there's no need to fucking grab it. It does what it does. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as there's a wanting to grab it, it's easy for that to be claimed. And now you want to grab something that you are. Yeah. Yeah. So this is I feel satsang has momentum in these retreats. And I'm hoping it's gonna go with you when you go, wherever you're gonna go. And let that momentum take you where it wants you to go and see what happens. Yeah, maybe you'll start sensing a peace that passeth your understanding. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe what used to really flip you out won't flip you out. Yeah, and these little or big things will be demonstrations of something. Yeah. And I feel that something is nothing, man. Yeah. That which never has to be arrived at because you can't leave it, no matter what you think. Yeah. So
Does it have juice?
it doesn't matter. It's back again. It doesn't matter.
Did
Yeah.
you hit record?
Eh?
Did you hit record?
Yes, it's pulsating. Yeah. Pulsating means it's recording. Yes. So let's open. If you have any question or anything, or you want to bring up a point that you'd like to, share about, yes.
I keep thinking about the hand and the glove
Yes.
and the sort of big self and the breath awareness and what's going on.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, because I can follow it to a certain point, but then I just Yeah,
That's good.
I'm grasping at that.
Yeah, great. Just don't look at the grasping at that. And that has a lot of value because it's not you grasping at it. Satsang brings out a lot of what you're not into the light. Yeah. I truly believe that understandings of non-duality have an ability to bring a lot of shit out of the weeds that we're very influenced as, but don't notice. Yeah. And you see it, and it's a sharp contrast. And really, it's really recognizing the misunderstandings. That's the understanding. The understanding is everything has been a misunderstanding, so to speak. And then the understanding isn't held on to. It's dropped also. Yes, because what you're going to rely on isn't on anything. You're going to rely on what's available at all times, right where you are, with no requirement necessary to meet it. Yes. So the monk, there's another way of putting it, which I like, is let's say, remember when you used to go travel, they'd have those little cardboard cameras, and they'd have one roll in it. You'd get like 10 shots, and then you bring it to the pharmacy, and then you just throw out the camera. And it had like a plastic lens. And basically, you just looked and hoped. Yeah, you couldn't really see. Yep. Yeah. All right. So let's say there's this huge camera with 360-degree fucking HD surround sound, picking up everything. It's walking on its mobile tripod, and it sees this little camera, and it's curious. So it starts looking into the little camera, and as it does, it seemingly forgets it's the bigger camera. Yeah. So now it's looking through this plastic lens, and it has vague feelings of HD and shit like that. It's wondering what happened. Yeah. But it seemed to be locked into this idea that it's the smaller camera, and the head is reinforcing it and everything. And then it tries to remedy the situation. So it figures, if I buy some Nikon lenses, like $5,000 lenses, it should increase the clarity of the thing. But the plastic lens is the before. So when you put the 5,000 lens, its effect can't happen because the plastic overrides it. Yeah. And so it gets frustrated, and it's buying more lenses. And then suddenly somebody walks by, and instead of addressing this cardboard thing, it addresses the big camera. And the big camera hears the message. And then it finally, a possibility arises. Hey, I may not be this small camera. Yeah. Bingo. It doesn't have to be ripped apart because it was never the small camera. It just needed to hear the possibility. And then the next move was just to, yeah, and now suddenly, instead of seeing itself as the small camera, it sees itself appearing to be the small camera from the big camera. Yes, that activity does not stop. You see it. What a lot of people are hoping is to have that stop, and that's the requirement they have to see. No, you see the continuation of something saying the large camera is the smaller camera. And you see that from the large camera. This is the diagnosis of it. Yeah. The hand and the glove, the same thing. We used to have a story, which is a long time ago, that let's say we were in a world with one sense, and that sense was feeling. Yeah. And in this world, the idea of heaven in this feeling world would be like rolling around in 800,000 rose petals and feeling the softness of the petals. Yes. Unbeknownst to you, you're wearing a rough glove. So everything you touch gets interpreted through the rough glove. So basically everything feels rough. Yeah. And then you work really hard. You've read the scriptures of this world, and you believe you've done enough to fall into those rose petals. But as you do, there's not a translating event. It feels rough because the interpretation has been taken to be the hand. The hand has not seen it's something other than the hand, other than the glove. Yeah. This message is as it said in the course, the brain is interpreting to the body of which it is a part. So in this case, the rough glove is interpreting life to itself, yeah, instead of the hand. So as it says, everything you hear, you don't understand exactly, because as the hand, you don't see the possibility that there could be things other than rough is available. Yeah. So it's not believing the bullshit that everything is rough. It's starting to question, wait a minute, like there's a glove on me. Yeah. And then when you see the glove is not you, what's the possibility? I can be free from the glove. I can even be free from the glove as I'm feeling life as the glove. I can be free from that glove. Yeah. Yeah. So the glove story will continue, but you'll be quite relieved of it. And while it's talking about how everything is rough, you're going to be feeling some soft shit, let's say. Yeah. So now instead of an interpretation, you're going to be in a living experience a lot more. Yeah? And this thing of grasping, exactly, this is the beauty of non-duality. It lets you see the nakedness of the grasping of what something wants to get something. That's the beauty of it. It's like enticing a cobra out of a hole. Yeah. So you see it when it comes out. So you see the desire to know, you see the desire to get it. You see the desire that you think you've lost it and somehow you did something that's so terrible, you'll never be able to return. All this stuff is coming out of this mental idea. You see it, not from the mental idea, finally. You've never seen it from the mental idea, but it has said you've seen it from the mental idea, and it will continue to say it. But now it's like the Who song, you won't be fooled again. Yes. The new employee, the new boss is same as the old boss. Yes, you just see it. You will. It's inevitable because you are the before. You're not having to do a lot of work to become the before. You are the before. This pivot is based on truth. It's not trying to spin the truth to pivot. This pivot is on truth. Yeah. Take anything back, and what's hearing cannot be heard. What's feeling cannot be felt. That's us. So what? That means whatever can be perceived cannot be perceiving. We are not conditional or having certain traits and qualities. The experience here is, but what we are isn't. Nice to know. It is. It brings a levity and a lightness to this journey. And this isn't about everything getting great. It just means you'll be able to travel lighter through whatever life has in store for you. Yeah, look at what happened at this retreat. People got very ill and shit like that. The last thing people wanted would to get very ill, and yet it happened. Yeah, there's another invitation in there, like it or not. Yeah, yeah. If something wasn't true, this system would just fucking embrace it. When it flips out, it's a good sign. It is. I'm telling you. When people flip out, like people used to get quite mad at me in recovery. Man, wow. They want to punch me out after the meeting, or they'd always come by me and whisper how many years they had. 33 years. Like, oh wow. You know, it was just weird. And I felt I was just delivering good news. Man, people, and they were like this, going as far back as good. I mean, the resistance was unfucking believable. Yeah.
I haven't read the Course of Miracles,
Eh?
I haven't read the Course of Miracles, but isn't it based on sort of, isn't it a sort of Christian message?
No. It's coming from a seeming Christian, the source of all Christianness, the mind of Christ. And it can be read in a certain way, but it's beyond all that. Yes. If you see the root of it, it's a negation of this whole event. Yeah. There is no world. Nothing's actually ever happened. There's why you go past the idea of forgiveness, because there's nothing to forgive and all this stuff. So it's really in the essence of it, it's a non-duality launching pad, so to speak. Yes. Yeah. It has that Christian overtones, just like AA book to some people has a Christian overtone. But it's the product underneath the tag or the brand. Yeah. There's no ism in there. It's just hopefully uh, bringing you back to where you never left. Yes?
Can you find God in a big picture in non-duality?
No,
You can't. It's
No.
not like the dreamer is a presence that is dreaming this and it's
well, see, you are God in a way.
yeah, that's
Yes.
what I mean.
So you can't find it, no,
Yeah.
obviously. Because to God, it's not lost. How can you find it? Really? If you look at, God is inside you, it's obvious. It's obvious that there's a story that's masquerading as you, but really, yeah. The head plays God with God juice, and we are God's juice, so to speak, yeah? So the head plays God on God, so to speak, or through God's fuel. Yeah. So you wake up. But so there's so many meanings of God. Yeah. But when you the closer you're hanging around before, the meanings it doesn't matter. They fall off. Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of like if you were dying of thirst and you took offense to the guy who brought the water because he has a green jacket, you're probably going to override that and get the water. Yes. So the relief doesn't have any name, and it didn't come from any locatable source. Yeah. It's more of a field, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yes, that we're swimming in. And I don't say I'm God, but I just I don't like the word. But yeah. But you're not going to find God through non-duality. No.
Yeah, but the field of awareness.
Yeah.
We're part of the field of awareness.
We are the field of awareness. There's no parts. There's not like 8 million parts sewn into the field of awareness. It's awareness. It doesn't have divisions like we have, like separation and stuff. I don't believe that's going on.
Or the sea, obviously, it's an analogy, isn't it?
Yeah, or the sky. The sky is good. Yeah. The sky is very good, especially here because a lot of times there's no clouds in the sky. So you can see the sky and see that if you took everything that appears out of the sky, you wouldn't lose any skyness. Yes, it's sort of like a wall here. This wall is an appearance. Yeah. If you took the wall down, you wouldn't have to stick a lot of space in there quickly. Yeah. The wall is an appearance in space. It's not taking up any space. If you knock this wall down, it's just the space that was there. Now something's not appearing in it. And if I walk away, I'm an appearance in space. And when I walk away, yeah, if you weighed the space, it's not lighter. Yeah, when I left. My relevance has no meaning. Yeah, in a way. Yes. So that space, that's why I'm not into describing the indescribable. I much rather describe what you can know and then see you're not that. I feel that's much more efficient because in the absence of knowledge, there'll be concepts and those are going to have to go. And those concepts grow roots. They do. And they're like a mental replacement for the real thing. And they're like you ever grow bamboo? It's very difficult to pull a young thing out. They have some fucking heavy duty roots. They don't want to come out. That's why you try to get bunch bamboo, but they always spread and so concepts really have a little root. They grow in the mental soil as a replacement for any kind of sort of reality in a way. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel the biggest baggage, there's a lot of bags you check in, but then there's the carry-on bag. You want to negate the carry-on bag. When they say, did you forget this? No, just keep walking. Yeah, this whole thing about traveling lighter is just that. I don't have a bridge for me to understand things I can't understand, a conceptual bridge. I don't, I'm very happy that I don't know. really. It takes a lot of responsibility away. I'm just, yeah, my taste scale is not high. Yeah, yeah. And it keeps the humility very. See, this, in my experience with this event, the humility got injected quickly because it was very obvious I wasn't doing anything. Since I've started doing these talks 20, 30 years ago, it was obvious it wasn't me. So it allowed me to evade a lot of trouble. Yes. And I'm always impressing that it's the message, not the messenger. Yes, yes. Did you ever go to satsang? Like, I remember I went to non-duality meetings, and there was duality being presented there. There was the people in the crowd that thought the person on the die had something they didn't have. Yeah. So all these people were sitting there looking at him with an idea they are missing something that he has. That's not true. Yeah. And it's easy to get caught in the messenger because it's easy to find fault in the messenger when the message is faultless. So it's easy to get a back door because you don't like the person that's delivering it. It's like you don't like your mailman or something. And then you just fucking never read the mail again. It's usually a shock, a quick, like a thief in the night, bammo, because it's not of time. And it's not doesn't demand repetition and fucking like that. Yeah. Yeah. So bingo can reverberate the rest of your life. You know, just cash in. Yeah. You're a winner. Yeah. Frustration. And, you know, check other people. Other people may be more suitable. You never know. You know, we're an old wine that's been distilled a lot. You may not like the taste. Yeah. People like the loving gaze, maybe, or a lot of pauses. I didn't like pauses because I felt the head would regroup in the pause. It would be getting whacked and then pause. I'm the hero. We don't like it to have a break. We want to overwhelm it so you see it's not you. We don't want to fucking coddle it. No fucking way. Oh, let's take a moment. No. It's taken too many moments. It's taken way too many moments. Don't give it any more moments. Let's take a moment and find our inner core. Fuck that. You know, you're not gonna find shit. Oh, I think I have arrived. Yes. Whatever. Do you know how the jokes they do? What is this? You have been signed out because something. All right. There was a thing on YouTube, on Netflix once. Some guy, a business guy who's from Indian heritage in New York, decided to grow his hair longer and then start acting like a guru. And he got followers, got a lot of followers. And then it got too much for him. So he's trying to break the news. They would not fucking accept it. They would not accept it. He got captured by his followers. Yeah. They wouldn't know. You're fooling, you're playing with it. No, I'm not a guru. I work on Wall Street. No, follow. I mean, this place is insane. It's insane. It is, literally. Look at Christianity in America. That is an extreme mutation of, I think the basic premise was from the time it showed up. Christianity was before Christ, though, you know, doing unto others what you would like have done unto you and shit was available, I feel. But now it's like, no, shoot those fuckers. Jesus with a machine gun. Jesus ain't gonna take any shit. It's Rambo 3. Jesus comes back. Why did it say? Yeah, it's mind-boggling. Yeah, really. It's gotten so absurd. It's got to be a total satire. It's like a world of Monty Python. Really, it's incredible. So
Jesus is coming and he's
Huh?
gotta go.
Huh?
Jesus is coming and he's gotta go.
I know, yeah. He's gonna shoot them. They're gonna be surprised. The first ones to go are his ardent followers. I'd like to stay out of all that. Yeah, pretty good. But it's a rich field of fucking satire. It really is. I mean, seriously. But you know, these poor grandmothers give all their money to these fuckers because they said God told me I should have a jet. All right. God, oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing God's calling me right now. A 747. Yeah, with a what? What do you say? A pilot also? Fucking insane. Insane. So I'm happy to be here. Hey, listen. We're gonna go eat, obviously, and some of us after we eat, we're gonna go down to a place to get gelato and stuff. If you want to walk to this famous place called Eric's now in most of our lives. So if you want, we'll gather up and Mia, would you help with it? Because I think Amelia's got to chill out. She's not feeling it well. Yep. And then we'll go there if you want. And then tomorrow we'll have the talk at 9, I guess, after lunch, dinner. Breakfast. And then, I don't know. We could have some plans. People have said we could take a boat if they like, but let's talk about everything tomorrow. And if you're interested, I have some T-shirts that are on sale and books, and I'd be more than right here. I'm more than happy to have you take them at a small price, so I don't have to carry it. All right, we'll be here tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the last day of the satsangs. Yes, because we leave Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, tomorrow is the last day.
All right.
Morning and evening. Some of us leave really early.
Thank you.
Like,
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Really. If you weren't here, nothing would come out. I don't need to talk to the leaves about it. I know. It's us, yeah. I think we got to 7 o'clock, did we? Oh, 5, perfect timing. 5 to 7.
And Amelia checked the Zoom, it was working.
Oh, it was good, good. Hey, everyone here, Angie, wishes you health. And whatever you need, you have not become a part, you're not apart from the group. You're just a full-time member. What? Seemingly. Yeah, but you're not. So just let us know if you need anything. And obviously a lot of people are willing to help. Yeah? Yes. Oh.